All right, welcome back, everyone. We're diving into something pretty epic today.
Oh, yeah.
We're going way back to ancient China
Awesome.
to explore, a legend that's not just a story,
Right.
but really it's like a whole way of looking at the world.
I like that.
Yeah, and it's all about this legendary figure, you,
Yeah.
and the five elements.
Okay.
Wood, fire, earth, metal, and water.
Classic.
And we've got this excerpt here. It's called You Divines the Five Elements.
Okay.
And trust me, this is not just some dusty old myth.
Yeah.
This is surprisingly relevant even today.
Yeah. I think what's so fascinating about this legend
Uh-huh.
is that it really gets at this deep human need
Okay.
to understand things, right? To create order out of chaos.
Yeah.
And just imagine the world before it was formed, right?
Ah.
Just this swirling, tumultuous mess of energy.
Whoa. Okay, so paint us a picture.
Yeah.
What was this chaos like?
Okay, so picture this formless primordial soup of energy where everything is just constantly clashing and colliding.
Oh.
And the ancient Chinese believed that within this chaos, right, were these five elements. And these weren't just physical substances,
Right.
These were fundamental forces that shaped everything in existence.
Got it.
Yeah.
So where does you come into all of this? What's his role?
So Yu was, he was this divine being.
Okay.
And he was tasked with this seemingly impossible job,
Okay.
bringing order to all this chaos.
Yeah, good luck.
I know, right? But he had this unique ability to see the essence of things, the underlying patterns that connected everything.
Yeah.
And as he looked out at this primordial soup, right,
Mm-hmm.
he realized that the chaos wasn't just random.
Okay.
It was these five elements, each with its own distinct energy and character vying for dominance.
But how does he start bringing order to this crazy mix?
So picture this, right? You embarks on this epic journey, almost like a quest,
Right.
to each of the cardinal directions.
Okay.
Starting in the east,
Okay.
he climbs this towering mountain.
Mm-hmm.
The peak is shrouded in mist.
Okay.
And there, in the dawning light,
Yeah.
he feels this raw, pulsating energy of wood.
Okay.
And this is represented by the azure dragon.
Oh.
Right. Imagine this powerful serpentine creature,
Okay.
all sinuous and green, embodying the very essence of growth, expansion.
Wow. Okay. So springtime vitality.
So it's more than just trees and plants then.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
It's about this underlying force, this energy of growth and expansion that you see in nature, but also in ideas, in
Right.
businesses, in your own personal development.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see how this is going way beyond, just a simple story.
For sure.
So where does he go next on this quest?
So then his journey takes him south,
Okay.
where the air grows thick and heavy with this searing heat of fire.
Yeah, imagine him standing in this volcanic landscape,
Okay.
feeling this scorching breath of the vermilion bird.
Yeah.
This majestic, fiery bird symbolizing light, warmth, and that passionate, transformative energy of fire.
So fire isn't just about burning things down, right?
No, not at all.
Okay.
It's also about passion, creativity, purification.
Okay.
Think about how fire can both destroy and create.
Right.
How it brings light to the darkness.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. On to the next direction.
Okay.
Where does Yu's quest take him next?
He travels west
Okay.
across these vast, arid plains, and he arrives at this rugged mountain range,
Okay.
and he encounters this fierce energy of metal.
Okay.
So picture him facing the white tiger,
Oh, okay.
this powerful creature embodying strength, courage, unyielding determination.
Okay.
Metal is about setting boundaries,
Okay.
about refinement and focus.
I'm sensing a theme here.
Yeah.
Each element has this whole other layer of meaning. What about the north? What's up there?
So the north is where you find this flowing, ever-changing energy of water,
Okay.
embodied by the black tortoise.
Oh, cool.
Imagine him standing on the shores of this vast, dark ocean,
Okay.
feeling the wisdom and mystery of this ancient creature. Water's adaptable.
Right.
It seeks the path of least resistance, right?
Yeah.
And it holds incredible depths.
Okay.
It's about going with the flow, about wisdom, resilience.
So we've got wood, we've got fire, we've got metal, we've got water.
Right.
What's the last element?
Finally, Yu arrives at the center,
Okay.
the heart of it all, where he connects with this grounding, stabilizing energy of Earth,
Okay.
represented by the yellow dragon.
All right, the yellow dragon, got it.
So this is about stability, about being rooted and centered, about finding your foundation.
So he's journeyed to all these different places, experienced all these different elements.
Right.
What does he do with all this? Like, what's next?
So he realizes that simply separating the elements isn't enough.
Okay.
They need to be in balance, in a constant state of interplay.
Right.
And this is where this idea of the generative and controlling cycles comes in.
Okay, so how does this whole cycle thing actually play out? Like, what does that even mean?
Okay, so think of the generative cycle as this like continuous flow of energy, right? So wood feeds fire.
Yeah.
Fire creates ash, which becomes earth.
Okay.
Earth gives birth to metal.
Right.
Metal collects water, like condensation, and water nourishes wood. So it's like this beautiful interconnected dance.
So everything is like constantly generating the next element.
Exactly.
What about the controlling cycle? How does that work?
So the controlling cycle is like this system of checks and balances, right? So wood can part earth.
Great.
Earth can dam water.
Okay.
Water can extinguish fire.
Yeah.
Fire can melt metal, and metal can chop wood.
So why spend 3,000 years creating altars and these mystical runes to link these forces? Why was this balance so important?
Because you realize that if one element dominates, the whole system collapses.
Right.
Right. Think about it.
Yeah.
What happens if there's too much fire?
Everything burns.
Exactly. Everything burns. Too much water, everything drowns.
Right. Right.
The key to harmony is understanding these cycles and striving for that balance.
So it's like he's creating this giant, like, cosmic ecosystem.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the land that he organized became known as U District.
Okay.
And this was a place that was believed to hold like a special energy that made it easier to understand the 5 elements.
It makes you wonder if, like, the people who live there
were
just like experts at balancing their lives.
That's a fascinating thought.
Yeah.
Maybe they were.
Udag, it's not just an ancient legend.
Yeah.
Like, it's a blueprint
I like that.
for understanding how everything's connected and how to find balance, not just in nature, but in our own lives too, right?
Absolutely. I mean, this idea of the 5 elements is woven into so many aspects of Chinese culture.
Okay.
Like medicine, martial arts.
Yeah.
Even the design of buildings.
Wow.
It's like a system for understanding the world and ourselves.
So for you listening, think about the systems in your own life.
Yeah.
Your work, your relationships, your health. Where do you see these elements at play?
Yeah.
Where do you need to create more balance?
And if you're intrigued by this whole 5 elements thing, this is just the tip of the iceberg.
Right.
There's a whole world of knowledge out there waiting to be explored.
Awesome. Well, thanks for taking us on this deep dive.
Of course. Happy to be here.
Yeah. And thanks to everyone for listening. See ya.